California visits Southern California. The Niners and Chargers. Off we go from L.A. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25. As he's dropped at the 23.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Herbert on the first play wants to pass it. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. The first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on. I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On first down, Justin Herbert. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Offense was moving them a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's got room. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 17-yard line. The catch and run good for 24 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Herbert operating from the red zone. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. Touchdown, Chargers! Austin Eckler from 17 yards out. And the Chargers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 27, Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. On the move past the 40. Look at the big fella go. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 73 yards. And the Niners are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line.
But that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Herbert. And he will find his man on the outside. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Play action. It's Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. He can only get a yard after all that. It's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Again, Herbert to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. Touchdown! A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 14-7. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally,
all right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Chargers will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 50-yard line.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Chargers 14, 49ers 7.
Second down at 4. From the 50, here's Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up
Herbert back to the air.
at the 20-yard line.
Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the 49ers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. To throw again on 2nd down. Lance. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Working from the gun, Lance. And that will be incomplete as well. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
First and 10 at the Niners' 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert, he's got Allen. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. We hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7.
First down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Herbert now. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. This is caught by Williams. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
A gain of 13 on the play. It's 4th down.
On 4th down, Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Gerald Everett with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point attempt to follow here. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. Lance's throw taken in by Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Open man is Juwan Jennings. Down inside the 10. Touchdown 49ers. Juwan Jennings, 46 yards. And the 49ers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Gold with the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
31, 49ers 14.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. This is swung out to Eckler. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it And that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To the air again, Herbert. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And the Niners force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the 2nd quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a 2nd one.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some...
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. And that one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. You come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Eckler will score. Touchdown, Chargers.
They had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the 2nd half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Point after, right down the middle, and the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Lance now on 1st down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring it down. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. After the sack on 1st down, Lance. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They give him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And they'll go for it. Lance That's to his running back, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 27 yards, a big play there on fourth. That was a pretty good job by the defense, I thought, right? I mean, they had to go to their check down, but still were able to get it done for the first.
Agreed. Anytime you can force them to come back to a receiver that's a little bit shorter in the route, you've done your job on defense, but still, they pick up the first down and get a fresh set.
Huge fourth down conversion. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And they'll work this down inside the 30. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. Lance now to throw. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. On play action, Lance. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. Another try after the first down sack. Lance. Well, Lance throws the interception, his third. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
The Charger drive about to get going. After the turnover, here's Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger first down. They'll set up a throw. And he'll go right back to Allen. That's complete. Finding room in midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 39, Herbert. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that. because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Touchdown! Juwan Jennings, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the 49ers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Robbie Gould taking off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Charger drive about to get going. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 39, Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Certainly had some.
Now it's Herbert. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Running on first down, Eckler. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. He will push his way down to about the 14. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Every yard they gain getting them better and better field position, and obviously a field goal makes this a 2-score contest. That's really all they need.
And that means for your play caller, he's not looking to the attack portion of his sheet, right? He's looking for, okay, what do we have that's going to keep us in a good spot? No lost yardage plays. Let's kick a field goal and go up 2 scores. If we score a touchdown, great, but that's not what you're really playing for.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage could officially solve this one away. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. They'll try and run the option left side. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
And the 49er hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants...
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. And this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
One final try now for Lance. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Typically see in the National Football League.
Bigger, better, petty, don't matter. As that teller, I pray to God they rattle tattle. Hey, what's a rapper? I started off that, now I'm better. I get capital. I help my people to get cheddar. I do business. Look here, stay out my business. I'm so iceberg slimish, stainless, not a blemish. I should have been to prison. Don't boy remorse, no cases been. I got the rolling flooded, soaking wet, but ain't been swimming. I'm the man now, ain't I? Work a plan now, can't I? I remember when you lame player, hated a player, now the same lame player. They call a player mayor. What you talking that monkey, dip about my face, wearing that monkey. Not that might give you life advice. Get some money, 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 get some money. It's the paper power pastor, burning rubber faster than a call NASCAR. My solo notes are I am not a passer. I will not after any of you fever blistered. I'm the man now, ain't I? Ain't I work a plan now? Can't I? I remember when you lame player, hated a player, now the same lame player. They call a player male. What you talking that funky. About my face, wearing that monkey. Not that might give you life advice. Get some money.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Carolina Panthers and the Baltimore Ravens. Here's the former Florida Gator Eddie Pinheiro to get us started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. From his end zone, here comes Justice Hill. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. They'll start with the option. And some room to work. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 79 yards. And the Ravens will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson, and really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy's simply sensational.
And they're going to get 2 more. He's got it. So that didn't take long. Quickly 8-zip. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Darnold and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10 here at their 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
That's their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And this is caught. He hits more. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. On 1st down, Darnold. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. Laviska Shenault, the intended target. And it's 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Play action. It's Darnold. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
On fourth down, Darnold. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on fourth down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Second down and 8.
Here's the option play now to the left. 14 yards that time and a first down on the keeper.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
On second down, a run with Dobbins.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Another run here with Dobbins. He'll take it inside the 25. You think about this strong safety position. You know, they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time, great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play.
Oh, we changed it.
From the 24, Jackson.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead is knocked harmlessly to the turf.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Here's Jackson.
That's into the hands of Crochet.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 13-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Throwing is Jackson. This is caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
And he is in to make it 16-0. I think we're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. No, they get 2 more.
No, they decided to really press the advantage because, remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, you've really got them thinking on the other sideline.
And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman, and he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Hubbard. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. That pass complete to Moore. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 30. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hubbard. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens will take over here at their own 14-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Panthers have recovered. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, I mean, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble.
Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Moore on the touchdown throw from Sam Darnold. And the Panthers get a bit closer. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that trims the lead down to 9. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone.
The Ravens take over the 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So another one.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A give running right, it's Hubbard. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Chuba Hubbard, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers are back within a score. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead is down to 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This is intercepted.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Darnold. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break?
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
After the interception, here's Darnold. And this is incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well. Creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Normally I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already showed in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
They should have already said punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
On is the punter Hecker as he gets this one away.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
And they'll begin by running the option.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. From the 25 on 2nd down, Jackson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Jackson.
That one complete to Prochet. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Jackson on 1st down.
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown.
A great play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime. CD, you know, anytime they get close to the red zone, he is such a threat, and there he is again already, his second touchdown of the ball game.
And I know it's probably a little bit of a failing on my part, but you know I watch a game through defensive eyes, and I don't understand what the coverage was doing there. When he headed out deep, they should have adjusted and flowed towards him. Instead, they left him out there and gave him a chance to make a big play. And, of course, he did exactly that. His size, speed, and versatility makes him a top target in any game.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half.
And he'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up past the 40-yard line.
With all the specialization we have in this great game, at some point, the head coach is going to take charge of every group. And I think at halftime, he spent a little time with the special teams coach said, look, you've got to find a way to get us a big play to help us get back into this.
A first down throw, Darnold. Catch here, left side, Thomas. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on third.
Right back to Hubbard.
And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Now here we go on 4th. Darnold. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Again, Jackson will keep it. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around.
I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL.
It's still touchdown.
Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews.
And they're able to add on to their advantage.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the two-point conversion.
And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins.
And he is into the end zone for 2 more as the lead moves up to 16.
And so they run it in on the two-point try. And so often, Charles, we talk about, from the offense's perspective, what you do on the two-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the two-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. Pulls it in at the 13. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Darnold on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Laviska Shenault, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. A give up the middle. Hubbard will be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Shoves him aside, and he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Straight ahead with Hubbard. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Darnold now to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Fourth down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Moore on the touchdown throw from Sam Darnold. And the Panthers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
They're going to throw for the 2 with Darnold. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion, and now we're back to a 1-score game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 24-yard line. Now it's Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll go option to the short side. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. So now once again the Ravens will go for 2. Jackson here is going to look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Jeremy Chin picks it off. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallying.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken from about the 12. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
On 1st and 10, Darnold to Chenault on the slant. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. On 1st down, it's Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Darnold targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. Faking the give, Darnold. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down. On 4th down, Darnold. And it's incomplete.
Incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Right back to Dobbins on first. He's got it to the 43 here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 33. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held it, they might go for it again.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
Here's Darnold. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Now Darnold. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Darnold. Dancing to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter. A very important extra point there, up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And this one is incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Jackson. That's into the hands of Prochet. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Jackson. And there's a quick throw caught by Andrews. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
One last throw now for Darnold. That's into the hands of Marshall. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It took us until the final play shot to officially decide the winner. Last play they were so knocked out that they take a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done. The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, we've got what can only be described as a mirror image matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and themselves. Robbie Gould's got it on the tee. He kicks it off, and here we go from Levi's Stadium. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
We spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like Big Pitch came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent, they sold 1 million records. Yeah, used to be on my checklist. Big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. I will not bend. Run it up, 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 run it up. You gotta put in that work, dog. I put the kingdom first. I know that you gotta wait for your turn sometimes to build something really sustainable. Work on your catalog, so the day that you finally pop off, they'll see it's not just a once off. You put in time, the harvest is ready, it's ripe. I thank God for the payment, that's a solid foundation. When I finally make it, I give God all the praises. G.O.D. who conquered evil forces. I don't trust in chariots or fortune.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. And off we go from SoFi Stadium. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down.
I don't think that run was anything that was designed, but when his reads were blanketed as he went through his progression, it was for him to run and try and pick it up himself.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They run with McCaffrey off the option. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he's got some space here.
Touchdown, 49ers.
They're the favorite, no question. And when they score like that on the opening drive to set the tone, you're the underdog on the other bench. That's hard, isn't it?
Yeah, because you can't bring the home crowd into it, because you're counting on that to be a part of your equalizer, ride their momentum, but you have to give them something to cheer for. So now what you're worried about is they're better than we are. We can't get going. Are we about to get blown out?
Good news, still a long way to go.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
This one taken just inside the 10.
Well, now how about this return? He's to midfield. And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45.
Well, he gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
They'll run on first down with Akers.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes that's a danger putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner.
He's at the 30. 10. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they scored a touchdown. Gold to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10. Stafford's throw here hauled in by Cup. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a 1st down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
And the Niners are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Lance, he'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. That'll go for a gain of 7. And 3rd and 8 now.
7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. To throw, it's Lance. And this is going to be incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
And they'll go for it. Lance. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 15 yards and moves to 3rd down.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Here's Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. Robinson's got it. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
And the Rams, 1st down.
Stafford going to give this to Akers. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
2nd and 5 now. Stafford. Man open is Robinson. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 13-yard line. They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 5 at the 8-yard line.
They'll go again here with Akers.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. 3rd and 2, Stafford.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
Touchdown, Rams.
Cam Akers
From 6 yards away.
And the Rams have cut it back within a score.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us, or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves, let's get back out there and move the ball again?
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense and more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making a punt, that's your goal anyway, but a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
Now a draw play to McCaffrey. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
On 2nd and 9, Lance. That's complete as Brandon Ayuk.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 12-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw it.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers.
Christian McCaffrey
as the first half is winding down.
And the Niners will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Gold with the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and they still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. 101 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now a play fake. Lance trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Rams are going to have it here just past the 25. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Defenders are always happy anytime they can sack a quarterback for a loss of 10 or more yards. There's an example there. High fives all around.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Back to throw. Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Cup.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On 4th down, Stafford. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Off the option, here's McCaffrey. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And a short gain here down to the 22. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Play action, now it's Lance. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
After the interception, here's Stafford. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Stafford. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, 1st down. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
A give up the middle to Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
32-0.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Allen Robinson on the receiving end from Matthew Stafford. And the Rams have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And now things going to be more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close. One-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball and said, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Hey, man.
Now on 2nd and 13. Lance. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
Lance's pass.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. On the return is Powell. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. Stafford now to throw. Pass complete to Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now it's Stafford. Completes this to Jefferson. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Stafford. He's got Cooper Kupp on the slant. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Now Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Cup. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
Brings up 4th down and less than a yard.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it.
Yeah, that my Brooklyn go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the riches, heart in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we were not to ride nobody with, we're the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni had Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, That's how you know we lit. Grrr,
trust, me taking no loss. We be the hottest on the scene. Gemstones from the dust. Big dog with your leash. Where's the love in the streets? Pour my heart on the beat. See that blood on my sheets. Yeah, when me ready, me hit it heavy. I zoom out the pride of my people already. Them I see Ellie. Me, I'm just sharing my journey. I'm thankful that people they hear me. Tribe of Joseph, I'm ahead of the bunch. P5, I was starving for months. A running cutscene, but on my pockets, me need my DNA. Baby for lunch, but we call me a star before BBC. Don't take a lot to get rid of me. Me and them no get the same. Me and them no get the same. Boy, that they gonna know who the name is. They say I move like I'm nameless. Cause I only go for the money bags and I don't really wanna be famous, man. You know what's up? You know what's up? You know pretend, you know the lie, you know the game. You know what's up? We going crazy, we at the top and we never gonna stop. Hop in a ghost, I'ma get swayzy. I just got off of the jet and I cry. I win in a Humvee, I lie. I be on go cause I come from the shot. I'm shooting back, I ain't ducking no shots. Got power like Samson, I cut off the locks. Chirac, Timmer, in the cut like I'm Fredo Santana. Lose you bench and I hop in the Bama, the world is mine. I'm Tony Montana, I'm Pelican Fly. Diamonds on me cause I'm rapping a rock. I'ma go hard, I ain't killing them soft. I'm up in the hills, I feel like I'm Lauren, you ready or not? I like who got businesses, I'm CEO of mine. 1980 Prezi Rolly, we been working overtime. The witness, the police, the pigs, I don't eat swine. Son of Jacob, this biblical, my flow, the holy God. Save money ground up in the gutter where they found us. Stones in the faint mouth rush. More vacays, more bucks, more race, more foreign trucks, more on a tour bus, more pour cup. Toast to the winners, throw it up.
Juicy, what a drums at.